Well, I'm going to tell you, we're down to the last days here in the Florida Keys for 2025. As my beautiful bride and I are heading back to the hills of Tennessee. A while back, I got a nice message from a gentleman whose moniker is Terrible Tim. I always get a kick out of some of the names that people have. But his name is Terrible Tim, and I forget, he's got some numbers after that. And he had gone back in a really older video. I only had the channel for, 2 years, whatever it's been. But it was one of the older videos where I was upstairs at the house in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and singing a Hank song. And the song was called I've Got Rights. It's not a very well-known Hank Jr. tune, but it's an outlaw song. And he'd asked me to do some things in regards to talking about that song. And, the song is pretty deep. It's the kind of song that wouldn't be on the radio. It wasn't back then, and it sure wouldn't be allowed now if radio was even a thing. Just think of how the world has changed. Just songs like Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix, that's subject matter that wouldn't be allowed in today's culture. But nonetheless, a great song. She Wore Red Dresses, Buenos Noches from a Lonely Room by Dwight Yoakam, if you get a chance. There's subject matter that would not be on the radio. Great tune. I love them. I play them both. But when it comes to outlaw stuff, one thing that you got to do, there's two things. You got to take that E and drop it down. I mean, that's just outlaw. Listen. But the second thing you got to do before you go any further, you got to get your hat. And my gosh, as performing as a coconut cowboy this year, this will be my last one in the Florida Keys. Had a beautiful time with a dear friend yesterday. Get to play some music from him. He's from Peru, and believe it or not, there's old songs from the late 60s and 70s, when he came to America, how they Americanized themselves by listening to great music. In his case, he was very familiar with Led Zeppelin and Skynyrd and, Ted Nugent. And, oh, man, it was just neat. I spent the better part of an afternoon yesterday with my brother Tito, somebody I've enjoyed getting to know in our 10 years of living here in the beautiful Florida Keys. But all that to say, two things you got to do for outlaw music: drop that D, the E down to D. Get you a cowboy hat. I'm going to go through a host of songs. I'm not going to play them all the way through because this video is going to be way too long. And heck, I've probably lost half of you anyway already. But if not, Terrible Tim, I hope you're still with me. Let's have some fun. I think maybe Brother Rodney Yarbrough's made it this far. Shoot, Mojo. Man, I hope that everybody's doing well. Everybody that's spent any kind of time. Well, listen, if this is as far as you get and you're about to bail off, it's fine. I'm just thankful that you made it this far. It allows me to tell you I appreciate your time. I'm praying for you and your family. I don't need to know you. This is how we know each other, through the miracle of technology. But let's run through some songs that have a drop D. And Terrible Tim, I'll end up a little bit on that song. Like I said, everybody do yourself a favor. Go back and listen to Hank Jr.'s I've Got Rights. Great tune. Probably one of the most famous drop D songs in outlaw country. It would be Preacher man said it's the end of time. Mississippi River, she's a-going dry. Interest is up and the stock market's down. Only getting mugged if you go downtown. back in the woods, you see a woman and a kid and a donkey. Got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive. A country boy can't survive. A country boy can't survive. And these outlaw songs with a drop D, obviously they're emphasizing getting to that low D. You can hear it all through these verses, how they get back to them, even when Hank Jr. plays it, obviously on the acoustic guitar, which I'm sure if you prowled around YouTube, yes, Mint Kitty? She's walking around with a little toy in her mouth, playing hockey. If you see Hank Jr. play that song with an acoustic, you know, he's heavy on that low end, making sure that D drones. But even the riffs that get you to the D become signature, such as this in the second verse. I can plow a field all day long. I can catch catfish from dusk till dawn. Make our own whiskey and our own smoke too. Too many things these boys and girls can do. Grow big old tomatoes and homemade wine. A country boy can survive. A country boy can survive. Of course, moving on to another outlaw song. How about I've got to run to keep from hiding, and I'm bound to keep on running. I've got one more silver dollar, and I ain't gonna let it catch me alone. I ain't gonna let 'em catch me at midnight. All those early offerings of outlaw music, you know, kind of gets on the edge of, you know, obviously country meets rock and rock meeting, you know, just that subject matter. Oh, big hit in the 80s used the drop D. See if you know who this is. This is rock and roll. Cause I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride, and I'm wanted. I'm wanted. All right, Terrible Tim, let's try it. I went down to the Mary Carter paint store. So give me one of those Smith & Wesson Magnum 44s. Cause there's a man that the law let loose and justice was not done. No. This man, he killed my wife and my only little son. And I'll never forget the way he looked on through the trial. He had a big name lawyer and he wore that smirky smile. Oh yeah, they got you off on a technicality, but you'll have to grow wings to fly if you ever get away from me. 'Cause I've got rights, I've got rights too. And this time there won't be no damn lawyer or system to protect you. I'm gonna read you, I'm gonna read you right. You got a right to know that you gonna go to hell one of these black nights. When the trial was over, he had the nerve to say that's the way it goes. I said, well, Hoss, you better get you some corks, 'cause you're gonna have to plug up a few holes. Must have thought I was talking just to pass the time. That kinda looks different now. He's on his knees begging for his life. And I've got rights, I've got rights too. And this time there won't be no damn lawyer or system to protect you. And I'm gonna read you, I'm gonna read you right. You got a right to know that you're gonna go to hell one of these black nights. This time there won't be no damn lawyer system to save you. I could go on and on and on. It's been a long time since I sang that song, probably since that video. So, you know, as you listen to what creates an attitude in a song, obviously lyrics. How do you sing those lyrics without listening to the depth of what those words are? I mean, there's not many songs written with that subject matter delivered in such a manner, you know? And it fits the persona, doesn't it? Outlaw music, a cowboy hat, guns, you know, I mean, it's just the persona that you would more associate that kind of verbal warning, or the actions of a man that had that story that you just heard. The justification of that is sensible to listening to Hank Jr. sing it to me, you know, it just, but what else creates the vessel for the lyric is Drop D has always been special to me. I've just always loved that attitude. So much so that I incorporated dropping the E string on the very bottom again down to a D. So I'd have actually 3 Ds, 1, 2, 3, affectionately known as Dan and 3 Ds. And I've done some stuff here on the channel with that, but boy, when I drop it down, and you know, on an acoustic, just adding, when you're in tune, adding that bottom end. Well, I hope that kind of gave Brother Terrible Tim a little bit of something, and I hope that whoever made it this far, once again, thank you for spending the time. It is a beautiful, gorgeous day in paradise, and wherever your paradise is, I hope you're enjoying it. We're going to head back to the hills of Tennessee, get back to the studio. It's time to hit the woods. You know, people that, a few of you might know that I've been a bow hunter exclusively for over 30 years. I think this is going into my 30, dang it. I've been bow hunting since 1987. Wow, 1987, so whatever the math is. So it's a big part of my life, and I'm very blessed to do it and thankful to do it. And it's a big part of what we eat. And that time in God's great outdoors is just another extension of what I get to do here. You know, I spend a lot of time out there fishing in the Florida Keys backcountry. Blessed to enjoy the time that I'm blessed to have. And I hope that your time that you're enjoying is like that for you, where you just have something that you can put your arms around and grab a hold of, and it's important to you. And your time is what I'm thanking you for, because you've given it to me many, many times before, and however far you've made it through this video, I hope you're here to the end so I can say thank you. And the fact that you could be doing anything that you want to do, and yet you've made it this far. So I hope you are enjoying spending time with me as much as I appreciate you spending it with me. God bless you. I'll make a video when I get back to the hills of Tennessee, and we'll catch up. We'll see what's shaking loose. We've got some bunch of things happening at home, but we'll see what's going on, and I'll be looking forward to catching up with you. God bless you all. Thank you.